morning when I got here around 10:30. But it grew and grew. There was tailgating and cookouts and all of the other sorts of things that you see as the precursor to a party.
The barbecue feast out there. Man, it was great just to walk through. Put on weight walking through. It's fun here in New Jersey as they get ready. I think we have to watch more for what Detroit does as they try to adjust their game to the Devils' game, change their lineup. For instance, starting right now, Primo and Bedrock, two centermen, starting on the same line to begin the game.
With Darren McCarty as the other winger, Paul Coffey and Bob Rouse are the defense. Scott Stevens and Sean Chambers, the defense for New Jersey. They started McLean, Carpenter, and Claude Lemieux.
Scott Stevens will be on the ice, as he has been throughout the series as much as possible when Fedorov is on the ice. Primo starts at center ice in Detroit. In the previous game, he played with an abdominal problem. He had it frozen before the game. The freezing wore off as the game moved along, and he wasn't nearly as effective. But big Keith Primo wearing number 55, there you see him. He said for tonight's game, he felt better, so he didn't need to visit the doctor prior to the game.
Scott Stevens lifts it in, and here's Lemieux, the first one to it. And it's swung away from him by the big goal stick of Mike Vernon. And so Carpenter retreats to play it. So what you were saying about Detroit's style of play tonight sounds a lot more like New Jersey.
Exactly. There's a couple of things to watch for Detroit. They feel that their defense has been just battered. Paul Coffey in particular has been hit a lot. So they're changing the pairings of their defensemen. Coffey will not play with Lidstrom. He's going to play with Bob Rouse, if at all possible. The Devils have done a lot of forechecking, skating into the Detroit zone unstopped. They don't even have to go through people. Just moving in, battered and battered and battered these defensemen from Detroit. So Detroit's going to try and hold them up, not forecheck as much, and maybe try to win a very low-scoring game.
Well, that's a radical departure from what Detroit has done to get here.
Oh, to get here, the thought was you can't trap what you can't catch. Well, Detroit hasn't been able to skate through these people, so they're trying to adjust.
Neil Broughton, but offside. Puck must be ahead of the attacking team over the blue line, as you see the summary of this series so far. Claude Lemieux, a key goal in Game 1. Final score is 2-1 in favor of New Jersey. Scott Niedermayer with one for all the video highlight reel. Two shots, the second one in, 4-2. And then Claude Lemieux with a scorcher on Mike Vernon. At that time, it was 2-0. It wound up 5-2 New Jersey. So they go for a sweep. And Detroit tries to prevent it and send the game back to Detroit. Game 5 for best of 7 to be on Monday. Ken Danico matched up with Bruce Stryker. Two guys who've been with this team since the fall of 1983. Richer moving in. Stephane Richer, center, ricochet, the Devils broke through the neutral zone, the place where Detroit was trying to slow them down. Everybody drove to the net, but didn't go off a skate. Wasn't directed in on purpose. I'm sure it will be checked upstairs on the video replay. You see here, Richer on a different line, playing with Broughton, moves in, the puck goes to the front, Broughton is there, and somehow the puck squeezes underneath the right leg of Mike Vernon. First shot on goal, first scoring chance for New Jersey, and it finds its way in behind Mike Vernon. Now here's Richer breaking into the zone. Ramsey's down. Broughton's in front. Does it go off of him? Or does it go off to the Red Wing player in the goal crease who is down? That's Bob Airy, number 21. Is it directed in off the skates? Does it go in accidentally? The decision will be made upstairs as to whether the goal will stand or not. Another look at it. There you see Broughton. He goes off the stick of Broughton and through. Can't quite tell if it's going with everything contact with Broughton. I think that will be a goal that will be allowed from what we've been able to see. Video replay has been used 18 times in the prior 80 games of this playoff year. You see the 7 occasions in which it is used. One, of course, is to correct the clock, which does not deal with a question of goal or no goal. The rest do. And now we wait.
May have a real effect on Detroit if this is a goal that's allowed to stand by New Jersey, as again, New Jersey will get the lead. And there you see the puck. The question is it directed it on purpose off of Broughton and his skate? Does it hit his skate? He was in the crease, yes, but the puck was already there, so that makes that part of it legal. And it does slide underneath the skate and pad of Mike Vernon. Well, it's a tough call. It has to be a conclusive call. If it's not conclusive, it will be a goal. This Broughton's already touched it with his stick. But that's tough. It is real tough.
Broughton's skate was behind the pad from that angle, and so he couldn't see if it made contact.
Yeah, the first time it touched Broughton's blade of his stick, went between his own legs into Vernon. How did it get in the second time? I think it's a goal, yes. That's a great play by Broughton and a great play by Riche. Went over to the left side of the ice. He got the puck, drove into the zone, and it's rubbed up into New Jersey.
Neil Broughton, late season acquisition from the Dallas Stars, has now gotten a point in each of the last 5 games, 6 going to the playoffs. When he got here, they had thoughts of a second defensive centerman, and the bonus is that he has just brought John McLean on his right side of the line.
They were thinking about making a deal to try and acquire somebody for the stretch run. Thought was, let's get somebody like Bobby Carpenter. Bobby Carpenter's played so well defensively. Let's get somebody else to help him so he doesn't get tired. So they brought in Neil Broughton from Dallas, and as you mentioned, Mike, he's been just super defensively, yet he's added so much offensively. I think it's just a pure bonus for this club. Scotty Bowman had a talk with Bill McCurry, the referee, and was told exactly why the goal was allowed to stand. It's 1-0 New Jersey.
Broughton from Riche and Chorsky. And you see how the points are spread about throughout the playoffs. The Devils have used 24 players, 2 of them goaltenders. Martin Brodeur even has a point and assist. Chris Terreri, the backup, did not. The other is Danton Cole, who has just played a little bit of 1 game. Keith Primo.
Now you can hit from the seat. Like the big boys for Detroit, trying to play against this big crash line that dominated for New Jersey.
One of the Red Wings was just put into the photographer's box on a hit, I believe, by Randy McKay.
You know one reason why that happens in this building, and you see a lot, the boards here are 41 3/4 inches high. In Joe Louis Arena, Detroit, they're 48 inches high. A big difference. That's the reason why you always see players get hit, and like driving McKay, throws them right into the bench where the photographers were, but they're shorter boards here. You see it happen. The reason, Mike, they got another row of seats in this building down near the ice surface, and at the ice surface, the seats slant back, grab it, so they have those little boards everybody can see.
Krushelnyski and McKay are both flying, and are both still out there. Krushelnyski 18 in red, McKay 21 in white. Shovel shot by McCarty was deflected away, driven back around by Sean Chambers. It is Bobby Holik head manning on to McKay. McKay met at the line by Slava Fetisov, and a centering pass, and Holik sent one wide. Krushelnyski on him, and boy, what a hit attempt by Keith Primo. This is a guy playing hurt. But what a courageous athlete, Keith Primo. Here is Fetisov rolling it around. Stevens shaken by that. Krushelnyski lost his stick, and they score! Detroit has tied the game. Fedorov, and it's 1-1.
And the big boys on the ice to match the big boys of New Jersey. And they changed it. Also was still on the ice for the Devils and overskated the puck and behind the goal. Fedorov came off the bench, went to the net, got the rebound. Look at 2-on-2 in the corner. There's Peluso over on the right side going behind the net. He thinks somebody else is going to get the puck. He leaves it. Fedorov shot, save, rebound underneath, and we're tied up at 1. Scotty Bowman wanted big players against the big players for New Jersey. And what a fiery shift that was. Both teams are just banging. And Detroit gets their second even-strength goal of the series. That's all. Both by Fedorov. Good play by LaPointe there. He missed the check of Peluso. Fedorov got the tied up at 1.
Boy, Detroit did not wilt. The decision came down that they were behind 1-0, and right out they came. Big hit attempt by Primo. He didn't get all of the guy that he wanted, but big hit attempt. And then back they come, more crunching. Krushelnyski really got to stop Stevens.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the shift was set up for the hard play of Primo. And players follow leadership. And leadership is being shown by Primo. And Detroit is back in the game. Of course, they're only down by 1, but mentally you think maybe that was a crusher, giving up the first goal early. They've come back.
Better off miss for Kozlov. It's taken by Tommy Albeline. Swedish-born defenseman rolling one along. That's handled by Paul Coffey. No goals by the defense of Detroit in this series. That was not the case against Chicago. Offside. And a little more.
Pushing, a little shoving. Rouse on the ice after suffering concussion in the last game. And he's paired with Paul Coffey. The Detroit Red Wings don't want Coffey hit in this game. Look at Primo, 55 red explode here. Bang! What a hit that was with Peluso. He has not been able to explode